All right, here we go. Good morning. Another great day in Central Virginia. A little warm, but it's a great day. Thank you for stopping by and watching Virginia this morning on Monday, July 15th, middle of the month already.
Middle of the year, too. Look at that.
Let's not talk about that. We sure hope you enjoyed a really interesting weekend. I'm Bill Bevins. Andreas White-Murdahl joins us to start off another week. Good morning, Andreas.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning to all of you. It's great to be here with you once again. And we certainly had a wonderful time on Friday when we were live from Colonial Downs in New Kent, kicking off the 2024 racing season.
That was so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, the fact that we were there, I love that picture of you and me. I'm going to get that framed.
That was a good picture.
I know that lady. I was with her. I know her.
We had the perfect lighting in the very rainy morning. We were undercover because there's so many incredible places to sit while you're there.
Yeah.
And we learned so much about the team and all they have to offer.
I was so surprised. It's pouring down rain. There's mud all over the track, and they were out exercising the horses.
They were.
Before we got there, I guess, because they were there when we got there, and they ran in the rain. I guess, you know, you gotta work out no matter what.
That's right.
Those athletes work out all the time. So yeah, that was so much fun. Speaking of working out, we have a behind-the-scenes story that will live forever about Andreas running across a roof in the pouring down rain.
But we made it.
Yeah.
Bill was right behind me. Let the record reflect.
I was back. Don't jump over these things on the roof because it's pouring down. Anyway, we had a great time. And
we did. We had such a great time.
You did wonderful.
A big thanks to the team at Colonial Downs for having us and for all the fun we had while we were there. I can't wait to make it back there.
Yeah. Oh, we got to go back.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's go forward now. It's time for us to do a little quick preview and share a few of the highlights that you'll see on today's live show, including our fun feature we call Everywhere You Are. This is where we get to peek at some of the highlights of your life and take a look at this viewer submission. Have we got it? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
There's the walk down. We'll find out where it is and where we're heading. We'll find that out a little bit later on in the show and during our show and share segment that's coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, well, it's another Monday, and it's time to get focused on a new week ahead. You can never go wrong with a little motivation, and award-winning author and writing coach Stacey Hawkins Adams is back with words of wisdom. We'll talk with her coming up on today's live show.
Always look forward to that. Now, folks, if you close your eyes and listen to the musical stylings of Fredericksburg-based singer Wyatt Michael, you might think you were listening to Old Blue Eyes Frank Sinatra. He made a name for himself on the local music scene and has been featured on national stages as well. We'll enjoy this music video in full, but first, here's a little preview.
In your blush, can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I?
Doobie-doobie-doo-doo. All right, there you go.
The perfect way to start a Monday. And I think we've dried out from all the rain we had late last week, but let's find out with Tom Patton, who shares a look at the local forecast. Happy Monday, Tom.
Happy Monday. Good to see the two of you here. Yeah, we had a lot of rain between Friday and Saturday morning. And right here we had 2.8 inches total, and I think it really helped a lot of folks out. It came in bunches sometimes, or drizzled for a long time and then came in bunches, so everybody I think at least got some rain to be happy with. And it looks like our chances in the next few days are going to be fairly low, not quite zero, but fairly low, and I think until we get to about Wednesday, that'll be our next best chance. In the meantime, another heat advisory, so we're kind of picking up from where we left off when the rain started Friday. Prior to that, we had some really hot days, and we're going to continue that trend at least for the next few days here. And it looks like with the rain Wednesday should come a break in the temperatures as well by Thursday. So heat advisory today, to make a long story short. A little bit breezy right now, which isn't bad. Takes a little bit of the edge off. It's 82 degrees. Feels like 84. It's going to feel like probably 105 to 109 by this afternoon. All right, there you go. Low to mid 80s already. It's hot. The sun is hot. It's mid-July, so things are starting to crank a little bit. We'll look for about 99 today. 100 is a possibility. If we do hit 100 today, that would tie the record back in 1976, the old bicentennial year. Otherwise, hot, humid today. Again, any shower would be stray at best. Chances are lower than 20%, but not quite zero. So I'm not really putting it in the forecast here. Clear and warm tonight. So here's the big cutoff this week. We get really hot the next 3 days. The cold front comes Wednesday, especially into the afternoon and evening, and then that'll bring some more mild temperatures. Now, mid and upper 80s, yes, mild compared to what we'll be seeing here these next few days, and that'll bring some thunderstorms with it as well. All right, by this afternoon, partly sunny to mostly sunny skies, and then we get into tonight and tomorrow, not much happening. Again, any shower would be stray at best. And then here's Wednesday. By Wednesday afternoon, there'll be some clusters of showers and storms coming through with this front. And then as we go into the evening hours, that'll move on out. And that'll bring a little relief in the temperature department here. And again, that is our next best chance for rain, Wednesday afternoon. Now, after that, we're looking at 80s. But each day, at least, I think we'll at least have a chance for some thunderstorm activity each of those afternoons. The overnight lows will drop a little bit too, upper 60s to around 70. That's some good news. All right, that's it. Happy Monday to you, folks. Good to see you again, by the way. Virginia This Morning will continue right after this.
Happy Monday and good morning to you on this Monday, July 15th. The wait is over. The area's only live local talk and entertainment show, Virginia This Morning, has officially started. I'm Andrea Swipe Murdaugh, and of course, the Mr. Bill Bevins is here too.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And folks, it's our chance to kick off another great week. And a little bit later on today, we'll be joined by our new host, Amy Lacey, coming up in just a few minutes. Really excited about that. Yeah. So this weekend was so crazy, and you know, with the pouring down rain and
then the heat that came after
yeah,
that.
It was almost brutal yesterday. It was like soup, and we had friends from out of town that weren't used to Richmond weather, and I'm going they said, "Is it always like this?" I went, "Not quite this bad."
I don't think Virginia is always anything.
Right.
You can't, They always say we have 4 seasons and then the midpoints of the seasons, fake fall, fake spring.
Yep.
We actually had a nice mild summer at first.
Yes, for a long time, and then it got dry and hot. So you got to do something that I think we all should do by sitting outside the other day.
Yes, Saturday morning, little David and I were up first. It was raining outside, and I said, you know what, let's go sit on the back porch. And we sat, and we got, you know, a few stray sprinkles, but it was so peaceful just to sit, not say anything, not listen to anything, no screens.
Listen to the sounds.
We just sat there and listened to the sounds.
Speaking of sounds, we were standing outside of Colonial Downs Friday morning, and they have the little area with rocks and water in it right beside the front door, and something goes, and it was really loud right next to us, like that is a big frog over there. We couldn't find him though in the rocks. I looked.
I've seen a lot of frogs this season, which is interesting.
Well, they're out now because they got a little water.
Some water.
Yeah. So, I'm glad you got to sit out there and take in some nature, and that you got your son to take in nature, because I'm outside all the time, you know.
Well, hopefully we'll get a little bit more of that sometime in the summer.
Not today necessarily.
And not not most of this.
Yeah, the folks who have to be out later today, be careful out there.
That's right.
All right, for those of you who are just joining us now, we welcome you to our live show. Here's a quick recap, some highlights that you're going to see today. We get a chance to see some fun pictures during our Everywhere You Are segment.
And today we're looking to get motivated on this Monday with award-winning author and writing coach Stacey Hawkins Adams. Her topics are always interesting. And we have so much more, too.
All right, folks, this musical guest has appeared in our studio, and we hope to have him back again this year. He has a passion for music and sings songs from the Great American Songbook.
This is Wyatt Michael, vocal cover of Michael Bublé's song, Moondance. Check it out.
Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance 'neath the cover of October skies. and all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And all the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. And I know that the time is just right, and straight into my arms you will run. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. Anytime I touch you, you just tremble inside, and I know how much you want me that you can't hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. And I know that the time is just right, and straight into my arms you will run. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. Anytime I touch you, you just tremble inside, and I know how much you want me that you can't hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? I just want one more moon dance with you. Yes, I do.
All right. I have 3 words after that. Swabadow. Once again, that's Michael Wyatt Michaels. There we go. For more information on this talented singer, or to have him perform for your next party or event, we'll put a link on our show website with more information at virginiathismorning.com. Right now, we're going to send it over to our new host, Amy Lacey, who has a quick preview of what's coming up next. Hey, Amy.
Hey, Bill. I loved that music. It got me kind of in the crooning mood this morning here on a Monday. And I am here with our great friend of the show, Stacey Hawkins Adams, and her topic today will be letting children in your life lead you. I can't wait for this one. Our in-depth conversation is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody, to our live show, and happy Monday. What a beautiful way to start the week. It is nice to give yourself a pep talk as you start a new week with the hopes of being productive. Always easier said than done, though.
Absolutely. Well, here to lead our Motivational Monday discussion is award-winning author Stacey Hawkins Adams. And it's always great to see you. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me, as always.
Yeah, so today's topic actually resonates with me. As you know, I have little ones, and your topic is letting your children lead you.
Yes, yes. How do we live with childlike wonder? So whether you are the parent of young children, you happen to have young children in your neighborhood or in your family, you might even just see them in the grocery store. Wherever you see children on a daily basis, pay attention to how they walk through life, because there's something about how they walk through life with wonder and awe that we can learn from. You know, there's actually a new science that has been born from this. There was a New York Times article written last year about the science of awe, AWE, or the science of wonder, and how as adults, if we add more wonder into our lives, it reduces our blood pressure, it reduces stress, it helps us live with more peace and joy.
And I love that too. It does resonate with me as the mom of a 6.5-year-old. I recently had the conversation that when do people stop living like that? Every day that she wakes up, she just wants to explore, and she just has that excitement about what the day holds. How can we really maintain that in our lives?
You know, I think it's really intentional about the moment you wake up. That's what the experts in the mind and body thinking will say. They'll say when you first wake up in the morning, set an expectation for how your day will go. And so in terms of living with wonder, that childlike wonder that I'm suggesting today, it could be simply taking a new route to work and paying attention. It could be taking a walk in your neighborhood but going a different route than you normally go. It could be having a conversation with a stranger, simply saying, how is your day? And just learning something about someone else, or maybe even about your environment that you really haven't thought about.
It really requires you to think in a mindful way, to be truly in the moment. I know when I wake up in the morning, the to-do list floods my mind of all the things that I need to do, as opposed to what can you enjoy, what can you have a new lens for in a particular day.
Right, and I think from a childlike perspective, we think about what we have to do on that long to-do list. Kids wake up and think about what they get to do. They get to go to school. They get to have lunch with their friends. They get to do all these wonderful things. So it's a shift in how we think about it as well. Even if it's a planned vacation, and maybe you've gone to Myrtle Beach every summer, or you've gone to see the Grand Canyon before, what can you see newly or differently if you were to look at it with childlike wonder, or if you took a child along and they are seeing it for the first time? You mentioned right before the break that you and your son sat outside and watched the rain. I'm sure he had a dozen questions for you about the rain and how it was hitting the grass and what did the sound mean. So you got to experience that in a new way, and that's what living with a childlike wonder is.
Just listening to you too, it occurs to me that it's really just staying present and being open to the opportunity that may come your way. I feel like with technology and our to-do lists, and we're always planning on what's next, maybe the question should be, what's now?
What's now? And it sometimes means putting down our phones, being really present in that moment, really enjoying the movie without watching the movie while you're texting your friend about it. I'm guilty of that. I've done that with friends. Let's watch a movie together in our own homes. But how can you be present in that very moment if you're taking the walk? Maybe sometimes it's not listening to the podcast like I'm prone to do, or the music, but you're simply walking and you're listening to the crickets, because I walk in the evening, so I typically hear the crickets, or I'll see the rabbits running through my neighborhood. But it makes me pause and just really appreciate the beauty of nature. So what are those things around you that if you just shifted up just a little bit that you could appreciate differently?
It also reminds me that children often, they have their moments, they melt down, and then they move on.
Yes.
And so that meltdown doesn't ruin their day. That inconvenience, slight or otherwise, doesn't ruin what they came to do that day. They get through that and they move on to find something else just as fun, and approach the next thing with just as much wonder as they did before they had that moment. It's a good reminder that we need to do the same.
Exactly. For us, it's probably a muscle, because we are so trained to think about the to-do list. We have responsibilities. We have to be mature. It doesn't feel mature to think like a child, but there's so much value in that. Like I said, they've created a whole science around awe. So if you Google that, you'll find there are many studies about that. You'll see a lot of things about adults embracing wonder. So I think we live in a space and time where things are so stressful and so chaotic, just the world in general, that we do need to take that pause and really appreciate, what are the simple things about the day? These beautiful flowers, how do we take notice of those flowers and really just spend a few seconds enjoying them?
Yes.
You really miss out if you don't allow yourself to be in the moment. And I think that we all sort of need to slow down like that and really do to embrace that wonder. I think would be beautiful.
And to find ways to play. That's a new trend as well. Adults being able to play and almost learning how to be comfortable again with jumping in, meeting people that you don't know, and learning something new.
Yes, learning something new. The kids at the playground, they always have a new best friend by the time they leave the playground. And so we as adults, we would wind up talking to the parents as a result of that, or the caregiver who's with those children. But the kids lead that, and there's just so much joy and wonder. There's not like checking the boxes or asking the questions. We're just having fun on the slide. And so how do we do that in our daily interactions? And maybe even think about keeping a gratitude journal. That's a tried and true method, but at the end of the day, if you think about, you know, this day might have not been the best day, but what was the one thing of wonder in this day that made me smile? And you kind of begin to track those things, and then it becomes a habit for you.
Something I've been doing with my daughter is before we go to bed, I always ask her what was her favorite part of the day or what made her happy that day. And I think that it's really just nice sentiment to kind of tie the end of the day with that happy bow like that.
Yeah, and our opportunity to help them shift the way they're going to think as adults. So hopefully they continue that wonder.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for being with us. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
I've really enjoyed meeting you, Stacy.
You
Thank
as
you for
well.
coming in today.
You're welcome.
And we really look forward to having you here the next time you're here.
Thank you so much.
Stacey Hawkins Adams sends out weekly Motivational Monday emails. If you want more information or to subscribe, just visit StaceyHawkinsAdams.com.
Bill, we want to send it over to you now.
Thank you, ladies, and thank you, Stacy. From now on, I'll tell people, no, I'm not immature. I'm just living with childhood wonder. All right, folks, this Friday, July the 19th, Childhood Wonder. Make plans to come on out to our station outside on CBS 6 on Broad Street and visit our lemonade stand as we partner with Anthem Lemonade, presented by Richmond Ford in the fight against childhood cancer at Children's Hospital of Richmond at VCU. And here's a special offer to keep you cool while helping this great cause. Starting today through Thursday, with every lemonade purchase made at the Chick-fil-A at Willow Lawn, they'll donate $1 to this campaign. And that's only at the Chick-fil-A right across from Willow Lawn. Scan the QR code on your screen and you will find out more information. And stick around, we'll be right back. Wah! Childhood Wonder. That's me.
It's our favorite time for Everywhere You Are. We love seeing all the fun and exciting things you've done recently.
All right, keep sending in those special moments to us so we can share them on the show today. We're going to take a look at some great vacation spots visited this summer.
Well, Kim Seeley enjoyed her vacation. Here's a photo from her trip to Emerald Isle, North Carolina.
Wow.
So peaceful.
Flip-flops came off down at this end. Head on in.
Who needs shoes
Nah.
for something so beautiful?
You don't need that.
Nice and peaceful. We hope you had the most wonderful time.
All right, folks, this is Deidre Allen. She spent some time at the Peabody Hotel, the famous Peabody Hotel in Memphis. Isn't that the one where they walk the ducks in every morning and back out at night?
Is it?
Yeah. And they play in the fountain.
Oh my goodness, I would love that.
Yeah.
Every morning.
They have a guy or a lady
guy?
that's their job to bring the ducks in every
Imagine
morning.
that being
Yeah.
your responsibility every morning.
I want
I would
that
love
gig.
that. Okay, now we have to get down to the Peabody Hotel.
Okay,
That's what we're saying here. Christy and Skylar Long took a trip down to Virginia Beach. And it was Skylar's first time.
Yay! Talk about childhood wonder. There it is. That's a photo for it if you
And
look
that
it
looks
up.
like that was a great day on the beach. Sometimes it can get a little crowded. It looks like they got the perfect spot at the perfect time for the first time at Virginia Beach.
All right. Look
All
like
right. Well, if you're having fun with your family, friends, and pets, we'd love to share in the adventure while staying connected to you.
Please drop us a video or picture. You can upload to one of our social media channels or simply email us at virginiathismorning@WTVR.com. Now, if there was a way you could boost your budget and cut costs, would you be interested?
In this segment, our Evan Armour talked with someone from AARP who shared more. Here's their conversation.
What's better than a good deal? How about 99 of them? Saving a buck is always a great idea, especially in today's economic environment. And now there's a new list just out that outlines some of the best ways you can stretch your dollar. It's the 15th annual edition of 99 Great Ways to Save from AARP. From home improvement projects to the grocery store to healthcare and insurance, there's a long list of suggestions to make your money work harder for you. We talked with David Brindley, deputy editor of AARP Bulletin and AARP the magazine. He shared some of the ways you can boost your budget and cut costs.
Good morning. Thank you so much for being with us here on Virginia This Morning.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate you having me on your show.
So this is a topic a lot of people are excited to talk about. Everyone's looking for ways to save. And I know right now a lot of people want to save on some home improvement. Summer's a great time to do some projects. What's your recommendation there?
Well, actually, if you can wait until winter, you might get a better savings on your home improvement project. That's because contractors are really busy right now during the summer, but they're really looking for work during the winter. So not only will you get their full attention, they just may give you a discount.
That's a good thing to think about. If you don't have to do it right now, you can put it off to winter and try to save a couple dollars. Another thing a lot of people, we talk about this a lot on our show, is buying used. What are some items that we should consider buying used, and what are some that maybe are better to buy new?
Well, we looked into this, and you can get a really good bang for your buck by buying used sporting goods. Now, I love to run, I love to cycle, and I looked at websites and $150. Originally, it was $1,200, so that's almost a 50% savings. You can look for kayaks or even electric scooters, things like that.
Other things AARP found could save you money when buying used: gift cards. You can find unused gift cards for sale at less than face value on certain websites. And you can easily find used furniture on online estate sale sites.
How about buying online? Any advice for people who enjoy doing that?
Sure. So we found that about 1 in 3 major retailers offer apps that give special discounts or bonuses to people who download them. So we recommend downloading the apps, checking them before you start shopping online for any big savings.
We know personal finance is a big part of this, important for all of us to be thinking about all the time. What's your advice there?
Yeah, so if you have a savings account, now's a really good time. If you're still locked into, say, a 1% savings account interest rate, you can upgrade to, say, 4 or 5%. And if you invest $10,000 at the end of the year, you'll have $500 in your pocket as opposed to just $100 at 1%. So it's just a way to make your money work harder for you.
It all adds up. You just got to put it in the right place at the beginning.
And another way to save in personal finance: avoid late fees on your credit card by taking the time to set a calendar reminder for your card payments. AARP says right now those fees can reach $41 per late check arrival.
Any other advice or suggestions that you have for us on this topic?
Sure. So, there's a new rule that allows people to tap into their retirement savings account in an emergency. So you can take up to $1,000 out of your IRA or your 401k without a penalty any longer for those who are younger than 59 and a half years old. And that way you can cover those emergency expenses without having to take a high interest loan or putting it on your credit card.
Going to help out a lot of people. I know we were talking about 99 ways to save. We only had time to share a few right here, but if people want to learn more, where would you send them?
All the tips are on our website at aarp.org/99 ways to save.
David, this is super helpful. Thank you so much for your time this morning and for all this great advice.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
We'll also share a link to 99 great ways to save on our show website so you can check out all 99 tips for yourself. Just head to virginiathismorning.com and look for this story. Evan Armour, Virginia This Morning.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Whether you want to watch an episode you missed or you want to rewatch a segment again, you can do just that by logging onto our website at virginiathismorning.com. Also, if you have access to Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV channels, you can watch it there too. If you need the app, just visit the App Store on your device and search WTBR Richmond. It's absolutely free.
This segment is sponsored by Virginia Museum of History and Culture.
You can enjoy the exhibit Julia Child, A Recipe for Life now through September 2nd at the Virginia Museum of History and Culture. Today, Paige Newman, curator at the Virginia Museum of History and Culture, and Barry Hannenberg, founder and distiller at Virago Spirits, joins us this morning to share more about an upcoming event. It's great to see you both.
Thank you.
This is exciting because I have been hearing about this Julia Child exhibit that folks are flocking to the museum to be able to see it, and you've experienced the same.
Yes, definitely. It's been great. We've had a lot of visitation. It's just a great exhibit.
Now, we were talking a little bit before we got started about the exhibit itself. It is popular because of what you call an immersive experience.
Yes, so there's interactive and immersive experiences. People can come and enjoy the first meal that Julia had that kind of ignited her spark for French cuisine. There's also the French chef TV set that you can pretend you're Julia and do that. We also have to add Virginia connections, and one of those connections is Chef Patrick O'Connell from the Inn at Little Washington, and we have his red wood-burning stove on display and what he honed his craft on, and his James Beard Lifetime Achievement Award. And if you really want to come see it, please come see the 3 Michelin star plaque that was awarded to the inn in 2019.
So you have some show-stopping artifacts.
We do.
That people can come and see. So there's so much history, and you were mentioning you can almost feel her presence in the space.
Yes, you can. And it's kind of one of those, I mean, people are familiar with the Smithsonian Kitchen, Julia's Kitchen, but this exhibit is one where you can come in. It's a journey through a personal and professional journey. So it starts with Julia McWilliams being born, and it goes up to today even.
Wow.
So.
You have had so many opportunities within the museum for people to come and feel the presence of Julia Child through workshops, through different presentations. You've got a few coming up.
Yes.
But we shouldn't wait because they're selling out quickly.
Yeah, so we have 2 coming up. August 15th, we have Julia's great nephew, Alex Bruholm. He is going to discuss his new book, Dinner with the President, and it is about food and politics, and it spans 26 presidents. And it was inspired because of Julia's multiple visits to the White House. And the next event is on August 22nd, and we're doing an event with Virago Spirits. Yeah, and it's going to be Julia Child, The Art of the Cocktail.
This is so exciting because I think food helps us to have this experience where we actually humanize people within history.
Yes.
And it sounds like that's part of this exhibit, is the opportunity to see her journey and to see the many people she got a chance to rub elbows with, because we all enjoy a culinary experience.
Yes, and I think it's a great way. It's a food analogy to digest history.
Yes.
It's a great way to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so I have been smelling wonderful scents ever since you stepped into the studio.
Thank you.
Barry, you've got some lemon with you, but you were making a
upside down martini.
And this was inspired by
It is Julia Child's favorite cocktail. So first of all, I want to thank the museum, but one of the reasons we're partnering with the museum and the Julia Child's exhibit is Virago is all about people that don't let the world define who they are, but define themselves to the world. It's all about people that are unapologetically true to who they are. And there couldn't be a better exemplar than that, than Julia Child. So we're, first of all, so fortunate to be able to participate with the museum on this, and we're looking forward to it, especially because there's drinks involved.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of drinks involved, we love that mission, and we want to see how you do this incredible recipe.
It's super easy. It's an upside down martini. So what's going on here, most of us are going to be familiar with what a martini is, right? It's going to be mainly gin or vodka. And a little bit of vermouth. But historically, they use a lot more vermouth than we use today. As Julie was cooking, she'd often have a drink, and sometimes she'd have martinis and realize halfway through cooking that she's had a little bit too much to drink. And so she kind of invented this upside down martini, which is going to be primarily vermouth with just a little bit of gin to give it some spice. And that way, it's a low alcoholic cocktail that you can enjoy for a longer period of time without, feeling like you've had too much to drink.
Well, and as you get started, this is a trend in this day and age where people
Absolutely.
are very conscious about their consumption. And so you're saying we still have creative options.
Absolutely. One of the things that you have to kind of look at when you look at vermouth is people oftentimes look at vermouth askance because they think it's bad, or they'll have a martini without it because they don't like it. But that's just because they've had vermouth that hasn't been treated properly. Vermouth is a wine-based product, so if you open it and leave it on the counter, it's going to go bad and turn sour. Just like mayonnaise. If you had mayonnaise and went over someone's house, they left the mayonnaise on the counter, and you tried it a month later, it'd be pretty bad. You don't want to have old mayonnaise. Well, you don't want to have old vermouth either. The key is to getting fresh vermouth. It's a fortified wine with some herbs in there. Some are drier, some are spicier, some are a little bit sweet. Find one that you like for yourself and make this cocktail. Super easy.
Beautiful. And you're using today.
This is Dolan Dry vermouth. Julia's favorite vermouth was a brand called Noli Prat Dry. The both of them are French vermouth. So Dolan is just a different style of French dry vermouth. So we're gonna do 2 ounces of Dolan Dry. Excuse me. And do 1 ounce of Virago's Modern Gin in there. You can change these ratios as it to your taste. When Julia Childs made it, she did it 5 parts vermouth to 1 part gin.
Oh.
We're doing 2 to 1 because, you know, our gin's delicious. You got to have more gin in there.
Absolutely. And what a beautiful bottle. And I know you've been so intentional in even how your spirits present.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a lovely bottle that has a lovely liquor inside it as well.
Uh-huh.
So our gin has 11 botanicals in it, but the notable botanicals are Szechuan peppercorn, lemongrass, and oolong tea. So it's more of a subtle gin, doesn't have quite the pine tree note that the London Dry would have, but it's really complex and delicious. So we got in our mixing glass 2 ounces of vermouth, 1 ounce of gin. We're gonna add a little bit of ice to it, and we're gonna stir away to get it nice and cold. Oop, we have an escapee. I'll take care of those guys.
All right, so
Nothing
we're
more than
stirring in.
you stir it. There's about 15 twists. You don't have to go too long. The idea is to get it cold, but you don't necessarily want to over dilute it.
Okay.
Once you get it cold enough, you're gonna put one of these little strainers on it. Pour it into your very lovely glass, and give it a fancy garnish. Now, for this cocktail, you want to give it a lemon twist. If you're an olive lover and like olive juice, you can of course do a dirty martini version of this. Make it your own. But the key here is go vermouth forward, and you're just gonna put that lemon in there, or put it on the side,
twist.
and you're gonna enjoy it.
And there you are.
Can I drink on air?
Absolutely.
Let's do it. Thank you.
So tasty, and it smells absolutely wonderful. I cannot wait to come out and see this wonderful class. August 15th is the big day?
August 22nd.
August 22nd. August 15th is
Alex Verdome. It's his book, Dinner with the President. Yeah.
So we've got to make sure we get over to register right away for both the August 15th event, Dinner with the President, and August 22nd.
Yeah.
Cocktails with Julia.
There you go. All right, tell us one more time how we can go ahead and register.
You can go to our website, virginiahistory.org/calendar, and you should be able to find tickets and information.
For that and many other things that the museum
yes,
has to offer. Well, thank you for being part of this, and thank you for teaching us a little something this morning. We hope you all enjoyed taking part in this spirited collaboration, and we hope you'll take part in the spirited collaboration with the Virginia Museum of History and Culture and Virago Spirits. It's happening August 22nd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Virginia Museum of History and Culture, located at 428 North Arthur Ashe Boulevard in Richmond. For ticket information and more, give them a call, 804-340-1800, or visit the website, virginiahistory.org. You can connect with them on social media too. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.
This segment is sponsored by At Home Harmony.
At Home Harmony offers personalized, comprehensive care to all their patients. And today, Helen L. Tanner, physician assistant and vice president of clinical development with At Home Harmony, is joining us to share some more. It is so great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Let's start right off the bat. Tell us, what is At Home Harmony, about the organization and the mission that you have?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. At Home Harmony, we are a medical practice and pharmacy that delivers comprehensive primary care and dementia care to seniors in their homes. And homes can be a traditional home setting, independent living setting, or group home setting.
And this really is special. Let's talk about how it differs from more traditional primary care offices.
Well, first and foremost, our office is your home. So there's no waiting in waiting rooms. There's no travel time to get to our offices. And additionally, each of our medical providers has a one-on-one nurse that is available for any and all needs in between patient visits. So if you need a wheelchair, if you need a hospital bed, if you need help getting to specialist visits, we can coordinate all of that for you.
So important. I want to talk about the GUIDE program.
Oh, yes.
Tell us what that is and why it's so transformational.
GUIDE is a really groundbreaking program that Medicare has just launched, and technically it actually launches July 1st, which is very exciting. It launches nationwide, and only approved medical practices can be a part of this program. It stands for Guiding an Improved Dementia Experience, and it is focused on improving the quality of life for those living with dementia, with a particular focus on caregiver support.
Let's talk more about the GUIDE program. What does a patient get when they enroll, and how do they do it?
Yeah, so I mentioned caregiver support is a really key component of this program. And what that looks like is a couple of things. One is the medical practices who are approved to do this program, which is At Home Harmony here in the state of Virginia and in 8 other states. But what you receive as part of this program is 24/7 support for education and for support needs. You also, which this is the first time Medicare has offered this, receive a monetary voucher for personal care, and this could be focused on like daycare support, personal care during the day, and even respite care overnight.
So important. We love learning more about the programs and At Home Harmony, but we want to talk about you as well. We know that the people make up different organizations. Tell us what you love about it and maybe some of your backstory.
Yeah, I've always been drawn to working for organizations that are really providing dignified health care to all. My background started in public health, so helping the masses, and then I moved to nonprofits and helping those who are underserved, and now I'm really excited to be working with a population and a company that helps close the gap for health care for seniors, and especially seniors who have a hard time getting out and getting that health care.
What do you think it is about At Home Harmony that just is so special?
Oh gosh. Well, first and foremost, we make it easy. The healthcare system has become quite nuanced and difficult, regardless of age and regardless of the medical conditions that you're fighting through. And so At Home Harmony really holds your hand and walks you through that. And we have seen that over and over and over. We started off with 0 patients 2 years ago, and now we have over 1,400 patients because people are really feeling supported and loved by what we do.
It's what people need. It's what they're seeking. We thank you for what you're doing and for sharing some more information. And let's go ahead and share some more information about At Home Harmony. At Home Harmony is located at 1504 Santa Rosa Road, Suite 114 in Henrico. For some more information, give them a call, 804-210-3103, or visit the website athomeharmony.com. You can connect with them on social media as well. And Virginia This Morning returns right after this.
Welcome back to our live Monday show. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Amy, it's been great having you here.
I have loved every minute of it.
Thank you for joining us again this morning, and a big thank you to our guests today, including our very own Stacey Hawkins Adams, Anthem Lemonade presented by Richmond Ford, Wyatt Michael did that singing for us, and the Virginia Museum of History and Culture. And we look forward to seeing our new host, Amy Lacey, back again tomorrow. And of course, we want you, our valued friends and viewers of the show, to join us again tomorrow. Yeah. So I want to thank our friends at Wimbledon for putting on their tournament not on the 4th of July, which they normally do. Which I'm like, we're not coming back to y'all. Quit putting your thing on the 4th of July. So they pushed it back a little week, so I actually watched it this year.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's always kind of nice to space out all of the fun things,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
The wonder in life, as we learned from Stacy today.
Yeah, the childhood wonder.
The childhood
Yeah,
wonder.
yeah, that's important part for me. Childhood wonder, because
Bill never lost his childhood wonder. That's what we've learned.
absolutely not.
It makes a lot of sense. We kind of put some things together.
Yeah.
Having heard Stacey Hawkins Adams and the Childlike Wonder, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So, it's been an interesting journey watching every Monday having people like Stacey on to kind of teach us, like, okay, literally kind of stop and smell the roses kind of thing. And it was great today. And Amy, for one of your first interviews on our show, that was a good one to start with.
I absolutely, it got me into that beautiful mindset that, hey, I
Yeah.
can do this,
Yeah.
just like riding a bike. So
Yeah. Good,
it's
good,
been
good.
great. Thanks for having me today.
But you told us before the show today, you don't ride bikes well anymore since you were a kid.
Something-
You got to come up with another analogy.
Maybe like just like putting on socks
There
or
we
something
go.
like that. I'm really good at that, Bill.
You've mastered that and continue to.
Exactly.
That's funny. I haven't ridden a bike outside. I've done the stationary bike, but I haven't been on a bike in a while either.
And
so.
see, that's the thing. You go from that childhood wonder and you're great at it, and then all of a sudden you become an adult and you wobble a little bit your first 15 minutes.
There's this trend that started maybe a year or so ago with seeing if adults can skip. So we might have to try that.
We did that in the studio. I skipped like crazy.
I'm not
Just
surprised.
was more trotting than skipping. All right, folks, our
We'll have
live
to
show.
try it again.
Our live show is shaping up for tomorrow, 8:56 a.m.
Until then, take care, stay well and cool, and we'll see you next time on Virginia This Morning.
Have a great day.
Sure, I should skip.
I can skip.